So, let's talk about The Legend of Zelda. You can't talk about The Legend of Zelda. It's 4 years old now. Shut the fuck up, Richard! Well, geez. Sorry. Anyways, where was I? Oh, right. Breath of the Wild. One of the most stunning games of 2017 when it came out at the time. Probably one of the more innovative games as well. It turned what Legend of Zelda was back into what it originally came out to be. An open world game where you could do whatever you want at any time. Breath of the Wild is officially made it to one of my favorite games of all time. It's up there with like Titanfall and yeah, Minecraft has to be there somewhere. But not Titanfall, fuck. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm just gonna say Breath of the Wild from now on because that's a mouthful. Really changed what the series is. From a go here, go loot this place, you know, and it's like a full-on just linear storyline. Well, I mean, you could do the story, but then you could also just run straight to Ganon's castle and just get that done and over with. I think Breath of the Wild by itself could be something. I'd say it's more of a Skyrim mod than an actual game. That's my only complaint, is like it's more of a Skyrim-esque game. But other than that, the gameplay, the movement, the story, it's all good. I played the game 2 years ago for the first time when I got a Switch from a buddy of mine, and holy shit, did I have a good time with this. I logged in about 100 hours just looking for all the secrets in the game. I did the main story, beat all that, I tried speedrunning the game, I figured out how to do a lot of the glitches in the game, which is really helpful, by the way. Wind bombing, very good. Other than that, I guess we could really get into the topics of the game. Such as... Alright, so here's where our story begins. Link has been dead for a few years now. He's been dead for a little over 100 years. That's, it's not a joke. He's been dead for over 100 years in the story. It's a little hard to explain, I guess, but apparently he was badly wounded in a battle, and then you wake up in the Shrine of Resurrection, Ganon takes over, all hell breaks loose, everything is just dead, everybody's gone! Well, sorry about that. Let's get back on track. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild story begins with you waking up in the Shrine of Resurrection, not knowing a fucking thing. You have amnesia, basically. And as soon as you wake up, you go outside, cutscene plays, and you see the old man. You go down and talk to the guy, the big boy, King Bosporamus Hyrule, which you don't find out till later. And then he gives you a paraglider, and then you swoop down, and then you have to go find Impa, which is in Kakariko Village, and then you gotta go save Zelda by destroying the Divine Beasts. What are the Divine Beasts? I'll tell you! The Divine Beasts they're assholes. I hate them! But I love them at the same time. They're pretty cool. They're a pretty cool addition to the story. Giant mechanical robots that fucking roam around their respected areas, apparently, since, you know, they're fucking machines of mass destruction. They don't want to leave their area and just destroy all of Hyrule. You know, that's not something they can do. I fucking hate the plot holes sometimes. The Divine Beasts also add a bit of challenge to the game in the sense that they are full of puzzles in which you have to solve to A, get in them, and B, to finish the main plot of the story, if you wish to do so. Each one is for the respected area. You got the Rivalti, you got the Gerudo, you got the Gorons, you got the Zora. All four have their respective divine beast. Vamudo, Varuta, whatever the fuck, whatever the other two are, I don't remember. I don't even know how to pronounce the Revoltes one. But they all have their respective divine beasts, and they are really cool. Each one is filled with a Ganon Blight. Revolti Wind Blight, Goron Fire Blight, Gerudo Thunder Blight, and then lastly Zora's is the Water Blight. Each of them, I fucking hate them. I hate the boss fights so much. Some of them are cool, but yet the rest of them are just pushovers. I don't know. I think that the easiest fight has to be the Wind Blight Ganon. Throw a couple of bombs at him and see how you do a bunch of shit damage. A bunch of fucking damage, and you're just good. Fuck! I hate Fire Blight! Ah! Hey, look at that. Water Blight's got a spear. Cool. Thunder Blight looks like a pirate. That's cool. But Wind and Fire kind of look the fucking same, except Wind Blight has a cannon. God damn it! But no, in all honesty, I think the Ganon fights are fine. I mean, if you're doing it for the first time, they're actually really entertaining, but once you learn the mechanics and stuff like that and you go back through, it's fucking bullshit. But all in all, I think that the story itself, after you defeat the Divine Beasts, you have to go confront Ganon in his castle, and he's like this big fucking abomination, a fucking mess. But it's a cool fight. I think that after that, it's like the Dark Beast Ganon fight. Then you shoot a couple of his spots a couple times with the bow that Zelda gives you, and you ride a horse around, you shoot his fucking spots, and then you go, BAH! I don't know why I screamed there, but, he does scream a couple of times, but, meh. And then after that, Zelda comes over, and she's like, hey, Link, you wanna fuck? And Link's like, yeah. And the credits roll, and everything's cool. That's just one ending, I think. No, that's not even an ending where they just Zelda's like, oh fuck, but no, it's like there's two endings to the game. There's the true ending where you go around, find all the memories, and you gotta bring them all together, and Alright, I think that's enough fucking ranting on about the story. I think I'm gonna pass it on to Ace Man, who I totally didn't force into this video. Isn't that right, Ace Man?
I don't know about that, dude. I just, okay. Jesus, fucking Christ, I'll do it. I'll talk about the open world or something. Man, Breath of the Wild's world is a wacky, sassy piece of assy I'd like to explore. Anyway, the point is, the open world in Breath of the Wild is really fucking good. When I played this game for the first time and the world started opening up, the first thing I did was just explore. I usually don't do that in games. Normally I would just stick to the main mission, and I don't really deviate that much unless I'm bored or there's a cool side quest. Breath of the Wildebeest has a very lived-in world with a bunch of enemy outposts, and they have goodies in them. Kill all the bad boys and you get a chest. Okay, so for a minute. Say that you're roaming around the open world and you see an outpost. Okay, how do you go about this situation? Well, first you could flank around and take out the bowmen and slowly make your way towards the inside of the skull and take out all the guys individually. Or you could go in guns blazing, taking out enemies with bombs and using your weapons to the best of your abilities. Or alternatively, you could use Magnesis or any of your runes to kill the guys with the environment, using boxes to your advantage or bomb barrels or something. And all of it has to do with Breath of the Wild's base game design. Breath of the Wild is all about player choice and freedom, down to its core. The only thing that you have to do in the game is get the abilities in the beginning, and after that you can do whatever you want. I think where it gets a little bit limited, though, is in the shrines, but as long as they're solved, it doesn't really matter. Also, the Korok puzzles are pretty cool, and they're also everywhere, so it's kind of hard to miss out on one. But I can kind of understand it because they had to make 900 of them. So yeah, and they're the only way to get, and also they're the only way to get extra weapon slots for your bow, shield, or sword. So it's just they're repetitive, but they're useful. But you can literally go about any situation in Breath of the Wild, on like doing whatever you want. So, as I said, the shrines, they can be a little bit limiting, but as long as they get solved, so like you can use whatever tools at your disposal to solve them. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So with all these elements combined, I think that I can strongly say that Breath of the Wild is one of the best.
Give that to me. It's my turn.
No, dude, I'm not.
You had your turn, Ace Man. It's mine. You ever notice how Link's dick is pretty big, boy? I can't do this. You guys ever notice how not Dick? You guys ever notice how Link can be pretty much naked through the whole thing? Hi, my name is Sukamu555, and I'm a degenerate. So, you guys like modding? I don't know what to talk about. So basically, in Breath of the Wild, through homebrewing or emulation, are those the same thing? I don't fucking know. You can mod the game to have a different experience than what other people have. You can be fucking... What's a good character? You could be Waluigi. You could be Toy Story. You could fight Shrek. But yeah, thanks to the great modding community, you have so many different advantages and just different skins you can have. You can have different weapons. So, if you want to have a fun game, unlike how long the fucking Korok seeds take to get... Why are there so many? Why? There's like 900? Fuck. I'm sorry, Gerard the completionist. You were fucked during that part, huh? But anyways, through modding and shit, you can get them all right away. I'm pretty sure. I haven't found one yet. Please, someone tell me if there is one. I just don't want to go through it. There's too fucking many. Please, for the love of God. And why would you put me in this video? Hey, Ace Man, I want to kill you. You can't hear him. I'm trying to be cool here. Thanks. My part's only gonna be like 3 minutes, but like seriously, you guys see how fucking much of a hunk Link is? He's like, out of the fucking tier list, he's like S tier.
Okay then. Thank you guys for coming on to the review. What the fuck was that? But no, that's pretty much what we think of Breath of the Wild and all that cool stuff. Yeah, thank you to Ace Man and Sukamu for coming onto the channel for this. I will put on their links in the description below and all that fun jazz. And I thank you guys for coming out, and I will talk to you guys another time.